All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to New York session. Today is Friday, the 5th of December 2025. As usual, we're going to start with the dollar index. So, yesterday we had yesterday's candle rejecting the mean threshold of the monthly fair value gap, and I think during the live session I gave you an up candle to watch, this one, that we wanted that to break, and once that is broken we can start looking for reasons for price to go up. It did break it around about 7 p.m, which to me is not the right time for that break to happen, so I don't really consider that as a break. But the real break is this one. If we can close above that same level here, okay, now you can use it as a soft break, and then obviously when price came back it went back up, but that would have been a very I would say dangerous one. It would be a dangerous one simply because we always look at time of the day to give reasons to the movement behind price. We use time of the day, so price going above this high outside the time of the day, I don't really consider it. But like I said, you can use it as a soft break. So we are now in New York session, so if this New York session can close above it, maybe go all the way up and close above this down candle, then you can use that down candle, this one as a breaker, that down candle, and then probably this London auto block with this fair value gap. You can begin to use them as real levels to start looking for maybe a trade idea. Okay, so with that said, we have about 44 minutes to go, so watch this current candle. I like on the daily, I like the fact that we have this up candle. Okay, it's a good sign considering where we are coming from. So the natural level price might gravitate towards to will be this volume imbalance. Okay, now that might be where price might struggle, if you get what I'm pointing at. That is where price might struggle. So if we get the close, then a trade to this level is likely, but once we get there, maybe pause, or you can hold to see if we can go beyond it. Okay, so that will give you the opposite euro to go down. So the narrative I just gave is completely opposite on the euro. Okay, so euro, we did not break it during the kill zone. It looks like we went below in London, so euro is, I think, safe. So if I extend it, yeah, this current candle, because that one in London couldn't close, so this current one is the one that you're looking at. So it's the same narrative on the dollar index. this current candle, it needs to close below, preferably below this up candle, and then you can look for a potential trade. Maybe if we close, this one can act as a bearish order block, right, with immediate close, and then you can use that for a continuation to the downside. On euro, we don't have any volume imbalance. We might have a little one in here, so that might equate to opposite what the dollar index did. Okay, it might equate to what the dollar index did, but the dollar index one is much stronger than this one. So when the dollar index gets there, then pay attention to price. British pound, same thing, but British pound couldn't even go below that in during the outside time. So keep an eye on that if we go below this. But like I said, I prefer euro because of euro pound dropping, right? I prefer the euro. So with what I've just described, maybe focus on the euro, leave the British pound alone for now, because euro pound is still dropping towards the level that I gave yesterday. Missed it by a few pips. I think they will reach it today. Gold, still not clear to me what it wants to do. So I think yesterday I mentioned to stay away from it. Let's get a clean confirmation where it wants to go. So far this week, if you traded it, probably you would have got bitten by it a few times, because it's not clear as to what it's actually doing. Okay, it's not clear. It's not clear as to what it's actually doing. So yeah, leave gold alone for now, and then maybe next week, or maybe by the close of today, we will get a clean picture on what it really wants to do. Okay, so for your peace of mind, leave gold alone, and then focus purely on euro. I think euro has the cleanest price action for now, and then when I get to obviously the other pairs, I'll show you. Euro and then dollar yen, those have the cleanest price action. So gold, leave it alone. Crude oil, same thing, leave it alone. ES, I think we had a crazy day yesterday with this down candle. I think I mentioned that price will protect that as well. So I'm aiming for this high for now. Now I don't like the way price has been going up. It's just too slow for me. So I would like to see a big move today, this afternoon. I would like to see a big move to attack this high. All right, so maybe during this New York session we might get a big move. Now price failed to close above a down candle in here. On the lower time frame on the lower time frame we did have one here, so maybe if we pull back to that, price might react off from it. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Maybe we might not even get there, and then price will go. Okay, So that is that for the these pairs. Now the one that I was talking about, aside the euro, was the dollar yen, right? Dollar yen has made a new low and then rejected, breaking this up candle. So keep an eye on this one. Maybe not this week, but next week. That would give us a nice easy move back up, because all of this was just a pullback and we are rejecting. Okay, so yeah. I'm gonna be interested in this one going into next week. I like what it's doing from the H4 perspective. It's looking nice. We have this last up candle prior to this move down. We are coming back above it, so it's looking interesting. Dollar Swiss, same thing on the daily. We've managed to close above this, right? That's an immediate close on the daily. That's a shift in the market on the daily time frame. So that's looking so far so good. Okay, so that one too going into next week. From the weekly perspective, that's what basically I narrated last week, that this week they're gonna take out this low, reject, and then start coming back up. With the daily confirmation, I think this one should start going up, right? So maybe 35 minutes time, if this down candle is able to be activated as a green candle or quote unquote order block, you can use that, protect yourself below that, and then expect price to expand up. Okay, next is the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is still playing around. I think yesterday, as I mentioned, they're likely gonna come back down again. They did, but we've not got the kind of rejection that dollar yen is getting. So sit patiently. I think we have some unemployment change news on the CAD, so it's gonna affect this. Now, because we are below this low, and we don't have NFP for some reason on my calendar. There is no such thing as NFP. So I don't know whether we will have any big move. What we do have is 3 p.m. core PCE price index, and then consumer sentiment at 3 p.m. We don't have NFP, so I don't know how that is going to affect price action. So yeah, CAD might have some news that can change what might end up happening here. Australian dollar, I think yesterday I was watching how it's gonna react above this high. It couldn't reject, and then I realized that okay, so yeah, I realized that price was going to come inside this fair value gap, maybe this volume imbalance too, this one here. That is what, because above this high there were these clean equal highs on the daily, so definitely that was gonna go, because that looked so equal, hence price was gonna take them out. So here is where I think we might get some, because we did take out these highs and then we went down. So that is an like a bearish order block. We have a breaker over here, or yeah, a mini breaker. The main breaker is this down candle prior to the move up. So we might have some reaction here. Okay, so wait, let price get there first, and then let's move on to the cryptos. So with the cryptos, I think I've already made mention that everything that is happening is false. It's definitely not going up, and so far it's rejecting the previous week high. So we might not even get into this fair value gap, and then price will basically drop one more time. So do not look for buys, but rather look for sells on all of them. Okay, same thing with Ethereum, same thing with it, Solana. You're looking for sell to continue going up. Solana, we are targeting the 95 level. Okay, so Solana 95 is the drawn liquidity. XRP, leave that alone. Hype is my favorite one because Hype has room to the downside. Okay, it has room to 618 to 70.5, and it's not strong because it couldn't even take out the previous week high. So Hype is really weak, so look for continuation to the downside. I think yesterday's price action gave a nice rejection, so this low and then continuation. That is the charge key. We've actually gone through the what is it called? We've gone through the breaker, right? Price did not even do anything. So I think based on the weekly, this is too weak. We took out the previous week high, but I don't think we are going to be dropping further because there's nothing to drop to. All right, so we might just come back, take out the low, and then stay in the consolidation. The move to the upside based on that bearish tone is not strong enough. Okay, if we need any move to the upside, it needs to start from the monthly. At least the monthly needs to start giving us big upside candles, then the move will be meaningful. On the weekly and daily, they are mostly irrelevant because the high time frame controls everything. Okay, and then AI16Z, we've gone for the all-time low, which was the 0.027. Now we are trading at 0.0022. So I don't know what will happen here because this is the all-time low. We might get a rejection from there. So again, I think yesterday I spoke that they were almost there. Today they are there. So we might get a rejection, or because price cannot go to minus. Well, it can on, it's happened before on crude oil, but I've never seen price go below minus, right? Apart from that crazy thing that happened with crude oil the last time. So the lowest it can go is 0, and I don't think anything like that below that can happen, and that would be the cheapest level price can ever get to. So again, I'll personally say wait, let price give a small rejection, maybe on the daily. Once, now that we are below the all-time low, let price give a rejection at least on the daily, because there's no trading below where we are now, so there's nothing to reference currently. Okay, so that is that for AI16Z. Let's go back quickly to the dollar index and then see what is happening. So that candle, you couldn't close above. That is why it's important to understand time, okay, because time is very, very important. But I think during this New York session, something will come up, maybe at 3 p.m. something will come up and then break this. The mere fact that we had an up close candle yesterday is a sign of price wanting to go up. Okay, so I think we might get a move above that this afternoon, so keep an eye on that. Okay, so that is all I have for you for today. I'll see you on Monday. Monday's date is the 8th of December, and then Friday, next week Friday, will be our last session for the year. Then we will resume on the 5th, because again, there's nothing that price is going to do. Well, even if it does, it's going to be very manipulative. So I want to protect you from the manipulation. Okay, so personally, after next week, just have time off from the chart. If you're going to do anything, let it be demo, let it be studying price, nothing serious, and then we come back on the 5th. Okay, so that is all for now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care.